So good afternoon, everyone, and happy Dashera to all of you. So before starting our meeting, I like Supriya to say something about Dashera. So Supriya, you can go for it.
Thank you, Karan. Firstly, happy Dashera to all. Since it's a Hindu festival, it is mandatory to make the Dashera because not only to burn the Ravan and all, but also it is the prosperity that on this day Lord Rama killed Ravan because he did so many things which were just wrong. I mean, he just took Mata Sita and just to in order to get married to her, he just tortured her. But however, because it's always that the thing is constant that goodness always wins over badness. So that's how the things ended up. And his own brother, I mean, Raman's own brother was against him. He helped Lord Rama that how the killing of Ravan will be done. So that's how Lord Rama killed him. And in order to celebrate this goodness every year, we celebrate Dashera. So that's all I wanted to add up. Thank you.
Thank you, Supriya, for your kind words. So as I am the host today, and our topic is what inspires you to become a web developer. So as a host, I think I should start first. So let me start. So if I said that what inspires me to become a web developer, then there are some many common things that inspire all of us that this is a good job, we have a good salary and a good job profile, all of these things. But for me, it's different because I will tell you about it with my past. So as when I was a student in school, so I was very average student, very average student. I just got marks to pass out only. So after completing my 10th, I choose commerce field, not because I am interested in it, but just because I hate math. So this is the reason why I choose commerce. So after choosing commerce, I just choose it for this only. Then after completing my 12th, I don't know what I have to do. I really don't have any idea. I really don't have any goal. What should I do in future? So as everybody else are doing, I choose I take admission in BCom like everyone else. So this is why I take admission in BCom. So if anyone's asked me that what I gonna be in future, what I'm gonna do in future, so I really don't have any idea or any answers. So I give random answers to the people that I am preparing for government exams, or I am preparing for UPSC. So these are all my answers for all of those people who are asking me. So these are my answers. So then I come in my second year of BCom. Then I start preparing for government jobs because most of my family members are government employees. So I started. I started preparing for some government jobs. I gave many exams, but I don't clear it. Then I realized that this is something not for me. I'm not for this. Then I am just blank. Then when I came in my third year, then I know that I should be serious about my future. Then I also realized that commerce is also not a field for me. I can't imagine myself as an accountant or as anything related to that. So after that, I started looking for some skills that I can learn and get a job. Then I got to know about web development. Then I started learning basic HTML first. Then I really find it really interesting when I'm learning HTML. I really find it very interesting that we can make a web page with the help of a laptop on our own. Then I find it very interesting. It's very cool. Then I started learning little. Then I start learning CSS, basic CSS. Then I realized that this is something for me. I can do this. So this is happening first time that I am loving what I'm doing. And loving to studying that well, before I just don't like to study, but this is happening first time that I am loving what I'm doing. So I can think that I can make in future in this for future in this. Then After that, I learned basic of JavaScript also. Then I make many projects with the help of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which also pushes me to become a web developer. And then I am determined about it that I'm gonna be a web developer. I'm sure I can make future in this field. So this is why this is what inspires me to become a web developer. And if you ask me why I joined Masai, so the reason behind joining a Masai is that one of my brother is a pass out from Masai from 2020 batch. So I got to know about Masai from him. So he is currently working in Masai only. He is a software developer in Masai. So I got to know about it from him, and he also encourages me. I really love what he's doing. I really love his job profile. So these things inspires me to become a web developer. So if I had to tell you about that, what inspires me about being a web developer. So these are all the things that inspires me to become a web developer. So thank you for this is from my side. Thank you. Uh, so I have one suggestion also. So I just realized that many of us are not able to give proper feedback to all of us because we just forgot what a person says. So I have a suggestion that after completion of one presentation, all of us are give them a feedback, and then we move on to next person. So we start with feedback now. So Aman, you can give me a feedback first.
So, really, after listening your story, I think it's a little bit more like matching with my story also. So it's really an inspiring story. And if I'm talking about grammatical mistakes, I do not find anything here to say about that.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you. Nikita, you can go for it.
So regarding your speech, Karan, your speech was good, but there wasn't a proper structure which I was expecting. And one thing I noticed in many of your speeches since day after yesterday the group has been started, you do hand gestures and you like scratch your chin. Sometimes you touch your face. So I think that's a quite informal thing, and we are all here to prepare for interview. So regarding interview purpose, if we are doing that, so it is something not formal and not professional. So that thing I wanted to point out only, rather than your speech was good.
I think hand gestures help me to express myself good, so I do this for that only. So this is my reason why I do hand gestures. So Supriya, you can go for it.
Okay, so Karan, your speech was good. I mean, you did zero grammatical mistakes if I observe it. The only thing, as Nikita said, that it wasn't structured. So you can make it structure more. You can do it more better. But one thing is this: your speech was lengthy, and when you started, you didn't started with the main core point. You started your whole journey. You don't have to do that. You have to be precise, as I have already told you. But you were talking to camera, your gestures were very good. Only the thing you have to avoid is don't touch your face. Rest gestures are always a sign of confidence. So do carry it. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Supriya. Vishal, you can go for it.
Yes, I think your speech was very good. Actually, today's speech is very much good, like the previous one is speeches. But one thing I want to tell you that your gestures and handshakes are good, but when you touch your face from your hand, it is not good. Actually, you can make your hand gestures. It is not a bad thing, but touching your faces is like just like I don't think it is appropriate. So you can remove that touches your face. You can make your hand gestures. So by shaking your hand and your hand gestures, you can make your speech more interactive with the interviewer. So it is good. But your and one thing I want to tell you that as Supriya told, your speech is too much lengthy today's and not a structure. So you can make it more structure as well.
So thank you all for your feedbacks. I will work on it. So for next, I think Aman, you should go for it for next speech.
So sure, I will go for it. And I also want to tell one thing. If it's a little bit lengthy, please manage according to that, because I also have a like long story. So really talking about myself, if I when I'm in eighth or ninth standards, till now that I do not know that what I have to pursue in my career. Like whenever teacher ask me in that class, like some of students, they will ask like, what do you want to become in future? So on that time, I used to play cricket daily. I'm really fond of cricket from my childhood. So I'll say that I want to become a cricketer, and sometimes I will say that I want to become a police. like from like I have seen that they have much power from us. So on that time, if I'm really talking about my family, nobody is much educated, so that I can take any suggestions from them also. And if I'm talking about my web development journey, how it will be started. So in my area, new local institute is opening on that time when I'm in ninth standard. The name of the institute is Chip Guide. So they just come in every streets for their promotions and advertisement, I can say that. So I'll fill a form there, and I just on that time, like I have never touched a computer or laptop, that how it can work, even if I do not know how to open a computer on a computer. So like I have just joined that computer institute to learn the basics of computer, that how the work is done and how to run a computer. Because even one line about computer, I have learned firstly that computer is an electronic machine. So I thought that it's very tough to run a computer, and it's a very like hectic problem. So I'll go there in the like first 2 3 months. I have learned about just basic Microsoft Excel, Word, PowerPoint. And after that, I have done a graphic designing course of Photoshop and designing, and some programming languages also, C++. And like the main teacher head of that institute is very humble to me. Like nowadays he's very good friend of me, but on that time he's like my teacher. And they suggest me to do a diploma in front end development course, only just for he's like he's the head, so only just purpose of fees, I can say that he can took me that suggestion, and I have done that. On that time more language like language is DHTML. so nowadays, I don't know why Masai is not continue with that. And it's like advanced version of HTML, we can say that. And so I found a little bit interesting there. And when COVID period comes and all the schools are off and the institutes is open, when I completed my 11th standard and I'll go to the 12th standard. So I'm one of his favorite student, I can say that. So just he told me to like teaches some students, like there are students of fifth sixth standard. So I can say that I have a teaching experience also of 1.5 year. I have teacher there. So that's why I get like more influency in that field, and go from work on that. But the main disadvantage, I can say that, like everybody as knows, practice means make a man perfect. On that time I do not have any computer or laptop at my home, so I did not practice well, so I'll forget all the things whichever I have done. And when the time comes to choose my college degree, what I have to pursue next. So like some of my friends who are from 12th standard, they are doing BCA or BTech. So I also want to go in that field, because I just like it's like a friend matter. My friend are doing that, so I also want to do that. But that teacher told like the Rajesh, the name of the teacher is Rajesh sir. He told me to do my BSc in web designing. Like I have never heard about this course before, but like one of his cousin is doing that, so he just suggested me to do that. And I'm very happy. Like he told me that if you want to make your career in web development, if you want, then you will can continue your graduate degree in that field also. It will help you more to gain a good job. And so that's all, and the rest of the history, but I'm now here. Thank you so much.
So that was a great speech by Aman. So now we all can give feedback to Aman. So first of all, I'm gonna give you a feedback that you can make your speech short by cutting some unnecessary things. You to tell many stories in a single thing. So you can cut it. Otherwise, your speech is good. So I have nothing to say anything about it. So now, Supriya, you can go for it.
Okay, so as Karan said that your speech was good, no doubt it was good. You didn't made any mistakes. You were talking to camera. It was really very appreciating. But one thing I would like to say that yes, you could have cut few points, and one more thing that you wouldn't. I mean, you were not asked to tell your journey, but you were asked to tell that what inspires you. I mean, what is that kickstart where that you got an idea that you have to choose this field only. So I would really appreciate if you explain those points more. That was a point when it kickstart me that I have to go in this only, not any other field. So you could have explained that thing, so it would have been better. So rest everything was good. Thank you.
Surely I will work upon that.
Vishal, you can go for it.
Yes, no doubt your speech was very good. So I think I want to tell you one thing that you can, like as Karan said, you have to cut some unnecessary words in your speech so that your speech can be more precise and short, point to point. So I think, and all other things are very much good.
Sure.
Nikita, you can go.
So Aman, your speech was good, but I stand by the statements that was made by Karan and Supriya that you should have cut some sentences, like you have added so many stories in one single sentence, and there should be more structure. And one thing what I noticed was there were some grammatical errors. However, Karan also made some grammatical errors, but that time I forgot to say about it. One word that I specifically noticed was you were saying teach it. It is taught
Yeah.
in past tense, and it is not teach it. It is taught. So that only I noticed. Rather than that, your speech was good. That's all I want to say.
So one thing I want to say before the next person start that I have never learned about tenses or grammatical mistake. Just if I'm talking about the reason of my English fluency is that in my university there are some international students also. So after like even when I joined my college, before that I have like zero, like I have never talked in English. And after talking with that, like they don't know to talk how to talk in Hindi or Punjabi, so I'll just got that from there, and I have never learned about tenses or which form, where to use which word, that type of things.
Uh,
Hmm.
It's
Thank
good to
you.
hear about your story, Aman, how you developed your fluency in English. Yeah.
Yes, Aman, your speech was really good. Now, Nikita, you can go for it.
So, as we all are here to speak on the topic which is given by our host, and that is what inspired you to become a web developer. So, actually, I wasn't even aware of what full stack web development is about and what coding is about. So, there is a long story behind from where did I get my inspiration. So, let me quickly walk you through my story in brief. Actually, once I had computer science as a subject in my 12th standard, and I studied at C++ in computer science. So from there, I developed a keen interest in learning that language C++, and somewhere or the other, there was in my mind that I will pursue it in my future, no matter what the challenges may be. But I would definitely pursue it in future, and I would bring the studies of computer science and application in future. After that, since I had no plans of my future, what I have to do after completing my 12th, I was sent to an engineering coaching institute, that was Akash Institute in Halwani, by my parents. But consequently, I couldn't qualify for the JEE mains exam. So as per the deal between me and my family members, which was that if I didn't do well in that field, or if I didn't succeed, so I have to do whatever they suggest me. So as per their suggestion, I pursued graduation. Ultimately, I have to go for that, and I took admission in Bachelor's of Science PCM in 2016. Yes. So by 2019, I completed all the 5 semesters, but in the fifth semester, due to some mental health issues, because at that time there were some family relation issues happening in my family, there were quarrels, and that environment somewhat affected my mental health. I can say that. So due to those mental health issues, I forgot some exams of my BSc in the fifth semester. So ultimately, I got failed in the fifth semester, and then my parents came to know about my mental health, so they took me to a psychiatrist. And from 2019 to 2022, I underwent psychiatric treatment, and I'm still under my medication, psychiatric medication. But by the year 2022, I somewhat got back to normal, and I decided that I should do something with my career. I can't sit idle. I want to shape my future. So I was about to go to college to gain knowledge regarding what should I pursue further. Should I pursue BSc again? Should I continue with that? So one of my friends told me that, have you heard about Masai School? I said no. So I googled about Masai School, and there I knew about what is web development, what is full stack web development, and what coding is about. And one thing that took my attention was the pay after placement policy. And and from there I decided that this is the time that I decided that when I was in 12th that I will uh, take my studies of C++ in practical. So this is the opportunity that I can apply that knowledge and learn coding and learn full stack web development. So I can say that I got my inspiration from two things. The number one was the keen interest that I developed during my school days when I was in 12th standard, as I was pursuing C++ in computer science. And second, I got inspiration from Masai School itself, because after I went to its website, I read several testimonials of students also who have been graduated from Masai, and now they have landed good jobs, they have landed high paying jobs, and they are successful web developers. So from both these things I got my inspiration to become a web developer, and the journey is still on. Like, as 7 to 8 months have already been passed in Masai School, so I'm still developing my interest in coding and web development, because this was the only platform where I got the information about how to become a web developer and what is web development all about and what is coding all about. So that was all on my part. Thank you for your attention.
Nikita, your speech was great. So it's time for feedback. So today's your speech is very great. I just give you one suggestion that whenever you talk to us, na, so you should see us. So you are looking above only. So this is my one feedback that I am giving to you. You should express yourself more by looking in our eyes or in camera only. So that's the one feedback I want to give you. Otherwise, your speech was really great. So Supriya, you can go for it.
Thank you, Karan.
Okay. So as Karan said, your speech was great, no doubt. I noticed that it was lengthy today. So you can just short it up for up to 3 to 4 minutes. It's okay. And rest, I would like to appreciate one thing that you haven't gave up on your dream. That's really very appreciating. Despite of many challenges, you are here. And that was the nice thing that you told about your challenges and all. So that's all I would like to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Supriya.
Aman, you can go for it.
Yeah, sure. The first thing I want to say, whenever Nikita, you are speaking something, please be assured that your head is not cutting from top of the camera. Either you can push you back, or you can make your display uh, a little bit more. Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's fine, and I think when I'll come to this meet, the giving feedback to some of the person is like the most tough thing where here I have to do. Like whenever any person is speaking about the topic, I'm not able to grab that how I can say about these mistakes and what I have listened. So that's all. Like I do not find any type of mistakes in Nikita's speech.
Thank you, Aman.
Vishal bhai, you can go for it.
Yes, no doubt, Nick, that his speech is very much good all the time as she does. So I think the same feedback I wanted to give her that whenever she is speaking, like his actually eye contact is not uh, from the interviewer. So I think you could do some changes on your eye contact and you can make your speech more interactive. And not actually your speech was all the time is good.
Thank you, Vishal. I actually want to share something that today's speech wasn't prepared at all. And the rest of the speech that I spoke yesterday and day after yesterday, that was prepared. But today's was not prepared.
That's why your today's speech is good.
Yeah, I'm also going to say that it's better than yesterday and day before yesterday.
You should
Actually,
not
your
prepare
speech,
the speech.
your speech is always good, I think.
Should we start a new meeting or because time is less?
We can start with a new meeting.
Okay, okay. So I
Yes.
will end this meet and start a
Mm.
new meet. Okay. I will
Yes,
call
sure.
you on Zoom. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
It's okay if I'll not join the another meeting.
No, it's
Why?
not okay.
You have to join.
Supriya told me that it's only about 20 minutes.
So you can stay up to 10 minutes more. Only 2 persons are left.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I'm calling on Zoom. Okay. So now Supriya, you can go for it for your speech.
Okay. So ask Aman to turn on his camera.
Aman, turn on your camera.
Just 2 minutes.
Okay, okay. You can start, Supriya.
Okay. So as the topic is what has been inspiring me to become a developer. So I would be describing in very few words. So when I was in class 9, so I was scrolling videos on YouTube, and I found a video of like a person was sitting and he was doing hacking on all that stuff. So it was very interesting for me that I was just noticing the way he is doing hacking requires some knowledge behind it, and the knowledge was of different languages which a computer can understand. So it was very clear that to become that much good in computer, I have to definitely for sure learn how the computer starts, learn how the computer can understand human language. So from that only, I develop my core concept that I have to learn computers only. But somehow in 12th, I have to go for commerce because there was one thing in my mind that I have to score very well. So I didn't go for science because physics was just beyond my mind. So that's how I just took commerce, and I literally topped in business studies with 95%. Also got award from my school. And after it, I wanted to pursue the career in BTech and BCA. But since in my family no one was there in this field, so I didn't got any guidance that how I can become a developer, how I can pursue the career. So, however, I had to do something because I was not ready to take any gap because when you sit for an interview, the very first question arises that why you took a gap. So that's why I just initially in the year 2019, I took an admission to CSDM Kanpur University in the field of BBA, and there also I scored good marks. And last year only I got graduated from it. But however, because my few friends were pursuing MD or were preparing for CUET, so I was not ready to do that. I literally wanted to do different thing. Like there is one guy who was in my college, so he suggested me that you can do MBA in the field of IT also. But I had zero knowledge about it. So one more friend was there who suggested me to do O level. So I did that also. I have given all the examinations, and the result will be soon be coming. And after it, the same person told me to do Masai also. So I joined Masai, and in the full time I was there for 2 months. However, in the second unit, I was not able to cope up with the concepts because it was very tough for me being from non-technical background to grabbing all those concepts and to learn languages very fast. It's not easy for me. So I wanted to do it again. I decided to join the same full-time batch. but then I was informed about CAP batch. So I'm here with you all, and I'm pursuing a journey with you all. So that's how it all has started. So thank you.
Supriya, your speech was great, and I really like your speech. I can't find any mistakes in your speech. You are expressive, and your grammar is also too good. So there's no feedback from my side. So Vishal, you can give her feedback.
Yes, I think her speech is very much good. And also her speech is very much precise and point to point, in which he only tells about uh, not unnecessary things. He's told about the point to point things why she choose the career and coding to become a full stack web developer. So I think there is no improvement feedback from my side.
Thank you, Vishal. Now, Aman, you can give her feedback.
The only thing I want to say that best of luck your result which are coming. That's all.
Nikita.
So before I start with the feedback, I would like to make a humble request to all. Please don't get offended. I just want to contradict Vishal Tiwari's statement that he said that there wasn't any unnecessary things. But however, I observed that there were some unnecessary things that could be avoidable, and we all were lacking a structure, because including me even, because I am judging it with an interview point of view. So I was that's why I'm saying that we all were lacking a proper structure, including me, as we were told in the one of the CSBT sessions by Lochini GM ma'am, who provided us a proper presentation that how should we give a proper structure and like proper format, and all these things should be taken care of. So that is a common feedback to everybody. The Supriya speech was good. Thank you.
Supriya, you have to say anything? Anything to say? You
Yes,
can say.
can you just tell me how can I make it more structured? I mean, I just started with the beginning, like I told you about my ninth class, 10th, 12th, then my graduation, then I mean, I have structured it, right? I haven't told, I mean, can you please tell me how can I make it more structured?
By meaning more structured means that you should not add the stories like one of my friends told me about this, and what I think was that rest, please you don't get offended. So I
No, no.
just thought that only.
Okay. So I would like to say something that if you will not tell the reference, then the interviewer,
Reference.
yeah, reference is important.
The
I think
reference
that's
is
why I did.
important. Actually, I also mentioned reference in my speech even,
Yeah, that's
but that should be in a different way actually.
okay.
Actually, I think we should have to tell something about our stories so that when we are giving our interviews, so it makes
Yes.
more interactive
Hmm.
to the interview. Like when we are talking about our past stories, like where we got the, I mean, the path where we can give full stack web development. So I mean, some part of our life, I think we should tell about that so that it can be more interactive from the interviewer. If we are only talking about our tech skills and soft skills and whatever the our achievements and our certificates, degrees, so it would be like just not interactive. It will not make more interactive our interviewer sessions. So I think some of the points we think we have to tell about us to interviewer.
Yes, I completely agree by you, Vishal, that we have to tell our stories. And even Yogesh Bhatt sir
Not
also told about that we should add stories because it would make it
yes.
interactive. But
We have
yes,
actually I think we have to make only some stories, not our whole life stories. It would become a lengthy speech. As like if you know about our CSBT session, sir also told us to make our uh, to add our stories in our interviews. So
yes.
So, Supriya, your speech was great. So now it's your turn, Vishal. You can go for it.
Yes. So, as the host gave us the topic, why we choose the full stack web development to become a career in full stack web development and coding and all. So, as you guys are already told about some of my points earlier, like all of you guys are told me one point in my speech, but I am going to uh, be my speech shortly and prescribe. So after completing my 12th class, uh, I decided to do IIT JEE preparation. So I go to Kanpur and I prepared for IIT JEE 1 year. And I always want to become a full stack web developer. I always want to do BTech from CSIT. But after completing my 12th class, so I'm going gone Kanpur to prepare for IIT JEE. I prepared 1 year for IIT JEE, but I am not unable to crack IIT JEE exam. Then after that, I have to done my bachelor's. So I decided to do a bachelor degree. So I just take admission in Kanpur University and in BBA. So I have completed my bachelor's in business administration. Uh, After completing my bachelor's degree in business administration, I, as I already told you that I always want to become a software developer. So uh, along although I have only a uh, actually I have only a management degree, and uh, basically I'm a management student, but still I want to become a software engineer. So that's why I want to pursue my career in software development field. So that's why I wanted to do coding or learn coding from offline or online institutions. So then one of my friends suggested me that online coding institute, Newton School. He's also doing a full stack web development course from there. So he said to me that he told me that a pay after placement program from Newton School. So uh, from the beginning of the uh, that speech, I thinking like these type of program are just fake. Who will teach you like without taking any money? He will teach you and give you a job more than 5 LPA. I think this is fake. So and after sometimes when I learning just from online YouTube and whatever things I got, I just learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I heard about Masai School. So I just joined Masai School course, as you guys already are know that I just joined Masai School full time batch, and then I joined Masai School. I terminated from that, and I just joined CAP program of Masai School. So my journey is going currently now, as you guys are already know. So the main reason behind to become a full stack web developer, I also I always want to become a full stack web development. There is no doubt uh, for pursuing my career in CSIT field. But the problem is actually I'm not able to crack IIT JEE exam. So that's why I have to done graduation in management field, and I decided to do MBA also. But I wanted to do MBA in actually IT field, MBA in IT. So I just think that I gain skills from online or offline any institution, and just after gaining skills, I'm going to crack any IT job, and then I decide I'm going for MBA in IT, so that it can be more effective for me. Actually, from in 10th class, when I was in ninth class, there are three subjects: art, Sanskrit, and one is computer. all the students or select one subject out of three. So I select computer. Even I know that when I select computer, I'm not able to score more marks in computer. That's why some students are select arts, because art is very easy, and a student can make more marks in art, so that the high school percentage is increased ultimately when you choose art subject in 10th class. But even if I know about we can score more marks in art, but I select computer because my interest in computer is always. When I was in my childhood, I just watched two movies like hacking movies and science fiction movies. I always wanted to become a full stack web developer, and my interested always in technical field. So that's why the main reason to become uh, a full stack web developer. Actually, I never want to become a full stack web developer. After some time before, I never heard the term full stack web development. I just wanted to become a full-time hacker. Actually, my love and my passion is to become a full-time hacker. Actually, I sometimes before I never heard the term like full stack web developer and coding. But when I was in my 10th class, as I told you that I select computer. So in ninth class and 10th class, I have a subject computer. So I have already learned C++, C language, and HTML. So I have basic knowledge of about these all. So from there, I my interest towards my computer science is more developed from there also. So this is one of the reason. Actually, I always, whenever when I was in my childhood days, so I just want to become a hacker and I want to hack something and do something like that. But when I was grown up and I completed my 12th class and completed my graduation, then I got to know when my student, I mean, when my friends are getting placed by doing bachelor BTech in computer science, then they told me that you have to learn some languages and then you got a job in IT. So I decided to do, and actually my main goal is the same as in my childhood. Like I wanted to become a full-time hacker, and one thing I love in coding is like with the with the help of coding, you can do whatever you want. You can make whatever you want in a positive way. So actually, I wanted to make a system uh, like uh, as we all know, like
No, no, sir.
uh, we can know there are lots of hackers also, and one of the biggest hacker group is called Anonymous. So no one knows us, but he is the biggest hacker group in our, I mean, in the world. So I wanted to become a biggest hacker and full-time hacker so that I can make any system that is a protect. Actually, the system can protect big datas and big companies uh, from external threats. So this is what I want. Uh, the main reason behind to pursue this career, actually. Thank you so much.
So, Vishal, your speech is good, but there are some mistakes I want to tell you that if you are giving the interview for full stack web development, so then you should not say that don't want to be a web developer. You should not say this. So this is one of the
Actually,
thing. And
I just wanted to tell you why I want to become a I'm a developer. So the main motive to become a full stack web developer, after sometimes before I never heard the term full stack web developer, but I know the term hacking from the beginning of my childhood. So the main reason
but
to become a full stack web developer is my passion
all
from
things are good, but you should not say that you don't want to be a web developer. You said that you don't want to be a web developer. So the main thing you should
yes,
not say that.
I think
Okay. And second thing that your speech was lengthy and it is not structured. Like you started with your 12th, but after at the ending you got in your ninth. then this is not structured. That's the main feedback I want to give to you. Otherwise, your speech was good.
Yes, I know my speech was never structured.
So Priya, you can go.
As you said that speech was too much lengthy. So I would like to say yes, the speech was too lengthy because you took more minutes. You have to finish your speech in just 3 to 4 minutes. Try to do that. And you did too many grammatical mistakes where you were supposed to use past tenses, you were using future tense. So that is the thing you should improve because it was also changing the meaning of whole sentences. And moreover, it wasn't structured because you started with like 12th as Karan said, and again you came at the last, you came to your childhood. So you have to start with your childhood, like you started viewing videos of hacking, you develop your interest like that, and then you have to tell about 12th. And I mean, your structure is not good, and rest of the things, your confidence was good, and you were talking to the camera also, so everything was good. Just work on your speech and grammar. So
Yes,
that's
actually, I want to tell you one thing that as Aman told already, like I have never studied tenses and all and active, passive, direct, indirect. I have never studied them all. I just watch cricket and watching like web series in English and watching movies in English. With the help of that, I just trying to learn English and its communication. So I've never, and I also watched a debate, Arno Goswami debate at night at 10 from Republican TV to improve my communication skill. And so I've never heard the, actually, I've never studied tenses and all. So sometimes when I started to giving a speech, so I know my, actually my grammar is not good as much as, so I'm trying to improve my grammar also, I think.
but yesterday your speech was better. I mean, it was
Actually, today I actually after past 2 days I have never prepared for my speech. So you guys have told me that you have to prepare for your speech. So today's I prepared for my speech. I have already write my speech, but I have not give that speech which I already write by in my pen and paper. I just give a speech whatever the things which has come into my mind.
So Aman, you can give feedback to Vishal.
So, Supriya and Karan already have give their feedback. I also have same issues, but I want to start from a new thing. In the beginning of your speech, you are telling that it's not lengthy as much as Aman and Karan are having, and like I can feel your speech is lengthiest in all of us five, which are we have given. And the second thing I want to say that the topic of this session is that why do you want to become a full stack developer? But I did not get the answer of this question in your whole speech. You were just saying that I want to become that, I want to become that, but I did not find the reason. And if I'm talking about the structure, you tell your whole journey till MBA, and then you will come to the ninth standard. You have to subject a elective subject. That's all, and you can work upon that on grammatical mistake. I
Actually, I want some matlab, advice from you guys can give me. Like past 2 days, I have not prepared for my speech. I just come and speak whatever I want to speak. So when you guys are told me, then you have to prepare for the speech. So I prepared today for the speech. I write my whole speech on paper. But when I started to speak, giving a speech, so I just forgot what I already wrote on paper. I just speak for whatever the things which just comes into my mind. So this is the one reason why my speech is not, I mean, structured. I just speak whatever the things which just comes into my mind, and I don't think if I just uh, read the things which is I already write in the paper. So this is not a good way to.
I
So
just
for So for
I mean
this,
by practice,
uh,
I mean by practicing day by day, I can improve my grammar and as well as my structure of my speech. I
uh,
can.
so for your speech, I can give you a suggestion. So you should not have to prepare the full speech. You can just prepare some points that you want to tell. Then on those
Yeah,
points, you can make the sentences. So
yeah,
this thing you
that's
can
good.
do. So you can just choose some points that you want to add in your speech, and you can say about it only.
Yes, yes,
So this is the way to point out the things. Okay.
yes. I can definitely do these things.
Okay.
I
So
also
Nikita,
want to
yes, yes,
add one more point. Like Vishal says, like he's writing in pen and paper. So preparation means it not meant to you have to write in pen and paper. You like if the meeting is start at 3 o'clock, if just 10 minutes before you can do a mirror practice, or you can do without opening your meeting. You can make a personal meeting and you can ask there, that type of things. Like it's not compulsory to write on pen and paper for practice.
Yeah, bro. Actually, I just write pen and paper because today's session is going to be recorded. So I think that I have to be more uh, good. I mean, you guys are already very much good. Like Nikita and Supriya is to just very much good at their communication skills. So that's why I just write pen and paper. And
No
so
doubt, it's just the beginning.
yes, bro.
yes, yes. So Nikita, you have anything to say to Vishal?
So the feedback that I would like to give to Vishal would be a summation of all the feedbacks that are given by Karan, Aman, and Supriya, that you were having some grammatical errors in your speech, and moreover, your speech wasn't structured and it was lengthy, but it was better than the speech that you gave a couple of days before, because you said that you prepared for today's speech. So today's speech was good in comparison to those speeches, and actually, I prepared the feedback, but I forgot it now. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Actually, I
Because
Actually,
forgot the feedback.
because we will
actually,
take too much time. That's why you will forget.
I know. I don't think so, but yeah.
So
What else I can say? Yeah, it was good.
so today's meet just ended. We all are done our speeches. So should I stop the recording?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I
please
sure.
think
stop.
you should stop the recording.